Howdy folks, Luke Simons with you. Back to the Basics 101. I'm going to show you how to make the best pork steak you have ever had.
In one of my recent videos, you folks asked me to do some Weber kettle cooking. And today, I am going to be doing some beautiful, check this out folks. Seeing that? Oh yeah. That's what they call a pork butt. Just a regular pork butt or pork shoulder, whatever you want to call it. I don't know why they would call a shoulder a butt, but that's the facts of it. I had them cut it 2 fingers, which is 1.5 inches. That's what you want, 2 fingers. And that is going to cook awesome. I'm going to show you how I'm going to marinate this. I'm not going to do a long marinade on this. I'm going to do a rub, and then I'm going to marinate it in apple juice. And I have a bunch of company coming over. I didn't realize they were going to be coming over. We went to a Christian concert type thing to get together. A bunch of friends were there, met them. Of course, they were looking for a place to congregate. And I thought, why not grill? So first of all, if you haven't got this seasoning, we purchased this at Walmart. It's called All Greek, General All-Purpose Greek Seasoning. It is phenomenal. You'll end up putting that by your salt and pepper. So what I do here is I just go ahead, put a very liberal, Travis Brazelton, I said liberal amount on there. See, I am liberal at times, Travis. But just remember, I paid for the seasoning and I freely give this to people, so I can afford to be liberal. I just don't think it's government's role. Now this here, you can get this in an ethnic area. I always put the date on my stuff, generally speaking. And this here is just going to give a sense of a real fruity taste. And you don't need much of this. It's really good seasoning. Gives a kind of a zesty, fruitful. Good stuff. All right. Something I put in on my pork, especially my pork, is cinnamon. Just a little bit of cinnamon. Just a light sprinkle, a dab you might say. And then when we're done with this, and I just had this cut at the butcher shop as well. This meat is just sucking and pulling everything in. That's your cinnamon. All right. I can't say it. Garlic salt. Good stuff. A lot of it. Oh, I love this stuff. I can eat this stuff raw. Good stuff. I always use cilantro, folks, if I can. Dried cilantro, good stuff. Adds a little texture to the meat, or a little color, I should say, not texture. Cilantro is good. We're gonna throw a little pepper on, not much, because one of the seasonings I'm gonna put on has pepper in it already. So just a light dash of pepper, just a dash. Remember, we're gonna be cooking up pork butts. And these pork butts, you guys, ladies, is phenomenal. When you cook these right on the Weber kettle, like we're going to today, you will have people ask you, what in the world cut of steak is that? Because it's going to be so good. It actually has more flavor than pork chops, which is kind of your tenderloin. Little Cajun seasoning. There we are. A little bit of onion. And this is all going to be sitting in that apple juice too, so right now this is kind of our dry rub here. And of course we have to hit the other side too. Lemon pepper. This lemon pepper is really doing a lot of what this stuff is doing too. This is lemon right here, and this here you have your not lemon, but your more of a lime flavor, a little bit more tart. But it really wakes up pork. Really does. It's good on chicken too, actually. So I'm going to use my ninja reflexes and flip them over. And then we are going to repeat this process 100%, which I'm not going to film. So we have our steaks, which aren't really steaks, they're just pork butts, you guys and ladies. And I just have my wife's roaster, which I'm going to be doing our marinating in. And I'll just move this over so you in YouTube land can enjoy. There we go. So what we want to do is we're just going to take, and these will just fall apart. What do you need, babe?
You need to do 5 of these.
Oh, did I only do 4? Oh, she told me I need 5. She's right too. And I was just not thinking. Your brain turns to jelly when you're in front of the camera. Okay, then we're gonna need another marinade thing, hon. Okay, and then this extra sauce, I know I always take it and I just sprinkle it over with clean hands. And I've got to do this to one more of these steaks. And I'm telling you folks, you will absolutely fool your guest into thinking you just bought them a $40 steak per steak. That is a thick steak, you guys. 1.5 inches, telling you. And all it is a pork butt. So we have some generic apple juice. Is what we're gonna use today. Pork and apple always goes good together. Always goes good together. And we are going to let those marinate like so. And then we are going to fill it up with water. And I just use this for my marinating. Just gonna add a little bit of water. Get those bad boys almost immersed. There we go. Now we are going to add some Worcestershire sauce, which that's how I say it, Worcestershire sauce, and then teriyaki, which I have a bunch of teriyaki around this house, but my wife has to rip the house apart to find it. Which will give a nice all around kind of a Hawaiian kick to it. That cinnamon really sets it off. And we have some teriyaki, like I mentioned earlier, and you just apply a liberal amount. You want that water to turn somewhat dark. And this is going to marinate pretty much right up to cook time, which will be how long, Alicia? Hour and a half. And of course, we're going to give Louisiana a little shout out, because whether you love them or hate them, they do a good job putting Tabasco sauce together. All my friends in Louisiana. That just gives you a little kick. And folks, we're just going to let them marinate for a good hour and a half, and they are going to be so tender. I think we're going to use pecan and apple. Well, folks, it's about time to get the Weber kettle going. We're remodeling, so we got junk all over the place. Company's showing up, so let's get this kettle roaring. So, we have a chimney, and right now I got her about filled up to right about here. I have regular briquettes, and I do have a bunch of stuff left over from a couple of nights ago that we are going to reuse. I just threw it on my other stove here, See it? And we will use that up. But right now I'm gonna just take the bag, you pop this underneath your chimney. Oh, that's all right, they can talk. And just light her up like so. In this case, I'm gonna use the chimney on the grill, but if you can put it on the concrete in a good spot, it gets the air going through it a lot faster. You'll get your briquettes going a lot faster. This isn't always the best way to do it.
On Monday and Tuesday for this week, and they're all planning on coming.
So the Weber is rolling, and you can see I've just got the charcoals over on the one side, not on the other. Vent is fully open. Okay, so here's your vent, fully open, and everything is ripping and rolling. And then we are going to cook with apple, and we are going to cook with pecan. So let's get that rolling right away here. We'll do a couple of chunks of apple to get it started with.
Those are not ducks. Those are chickens.
And that one chunk of pecan. So folks, I'm not doing a real good job here of showing you. Charcoal here. Got my wood on, and check this out. You have your vent on the opposite side so the smoke comes through. If you're looking, you're not cooking. So they were smoking for about 35-40 minutes, not even maybe, and I'm just now putting a little bit of char on them, not much. Put a few more charcoals on there and letting it just rip and roar. I'm using the lump coal, which burns a little hotter and really does do a nice job. And just put a little bit of that on it, otherwise it's just smoking. So now we are going to let these rest for, I suppose, I don't know, 15 minutes maybe. That'll give me time to put those tube steaks on. They are going to be good. Cook them to medium rare. Right here they are. We just got them covered up with tin foil. The oven really isn't on. They're just resting is all that's happening. And those will be medium rare. Cook a couple of them done. Beautiful wife is making cucumber salad. Oh, good stuff. This is what my wife just bought me, folks. Check that out. Isn't that the cutest thing in the world? Made by Klein Tools. Well, it's not made by Klein Tools. It's made by Weber, so it's just a special edition of some sort. Isn't that the cutest thing?
145. I repeat, 145 is medium rare on pork. 159 is done, and 165 is well done. Very important. They changed the rules.
Here we go. Give my wife the big piece. We'll see how she likes it. Tender?
Very good.
Is it? Perfect.
Very good.
Very, very good. Perfect amount of apple and just a hint of pecan. Wow. I think people are going to love it.
They will.
Folks. Bon appetit. Here you go, Molly. Try it.
Thank you.
I'm not even joking. These pork butts, you can make them into great steaks. Unbelievable steaks. What do you girls think?
Awesome.
It's tender, very, very moist, very, very good. You like it?
Yeah, it's good.
Good. Let's cut these up. We'll get everything ready to roll. We'll serve this. This is awesome. I'll show you a picture of it at the end. Phenomenal. And I made some just a little bit on the medium side because not everybody likes medium rare. I love medium rare. If you take them right to that point of just before medium rare, let them rest, take them off the heat, cover them tin foil. They'll just continue to cook in their own juice. Telling you, all kinds of good. All right. Are we all here? Okay. Last one is hat off. Get to pray.
Oh, Lord Jesus, we thank you for this opportunity to get together, God, for fellowship. Jesus, we just ask you Be with us as we eat and bless this food in the hands that made it. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Now you gotta start there, and then over here's chips, and then drinks over here. So, and then there's hot dogs
Kids
for
are
the
getting
kids.
hot dogs.
So if parents
Hot
want
dogs
to
for
kind
you.
of, watch that. There is enough for them to have a